That's nice.
Oh, that's just
Hey
tough.
everybody, welcome back. I know we've been gone for like 2 weeks, but our boy over here or over there, which I don't know which
Over
way the sun's.
here.
Our boy went to he took himself to what you call that place? Rome, Italy, UK. He went on the 10G Europe tour. And
Got my
look at
Euro
it.
stuff
Look
going.
at it. He got the Europe aura on. He's like siestas and what do they call naps in the day in Italy? Like the whole European thing. It's really interesting. The culture over there. I was watching one of your videos, and I think it was the one where you had the security guard was telling you to move on, or it
Oh,
was telling everybody to
yeah,
get off the steps.
right.
That reminded me, what that reminded me a lot of? That reminded me
What?
of right behind Wall Street, right behind the stock exchange, there's that
Uh-huh.
church. And
Oh,
usually
the
cops
people, everybody sits right over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Especially during like lunchtime. Yeah. I forgot to put,
Exactly.
yeah.
But sometimes the police, NYPD, would tell you get off the steps. I'm like, Nick,
Hmm.
get off the steps. This is iconic steps. What do you mean get off the steps?
Yeah. Like I'm here soaking it in.
So I was actually trying to find that video because I thought it was an interesting video. What did you what did you how was that experience for you, like going to Italy?
Oh, it's nice. And I always say, like, when I go like different areas out the country or wherever, I always look for it to like clear my mind and get different thoughts and try to come up with stuff, be creative and see what like they're gravitating to in that city or town or whatever it is, and kind of see how you could incorporate it in some type of content that you're doing as well. And you see different, the way they take in things, so that's always good. And for over there, it was more about I noticed like their eating habits, where when in the restaurants, most of them, and even some of the, because I went to a few local ones too, and they're basically not rushing when they're eating, and they're just relaxing and chilling. So it's a different way and atmosphere of how they do things.
It's a different
So
vibe, right? Like it's a
yeah,
completely different vibe.
different. Yeah, definitely different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to see, his trip to Italy, just check out Tenji over there on TikTok. And I think it's this video, the last video right here, the one that got almost 1 million views. Winning again.
See, and the funny thing is, I missed the beginning of the video because I didn't capture
What do you
when
mean you
people,
missed it? What do you
he
mean you
was
missed it?
kicking people. What made me pull out my phone is like I didn't even know he was kicking. He made people, they were sitting down. A bunch of them were sitting down, and he kicked people off from sitting down. So that's what
Wow.
made me just pull out my phone and go over there. He had his whistle. He was blowing his whistle, and like if I wasn't busy, what I intended to do was to sit around and wait for like another 15 or 20 minutes to people to start sitting down, and then him leave, and then have to come back and blow his whistle and get
Right,
people moving.
right.
That would have been a kind of a better video.
You know what? And that's a good point for creators. What we talk about here is how you create traffic. And when you look at Tenji's body of work just on TikTok, this is just him on TikTok. It's not even. We don't really like big ourselves up on this thing we do, but I have to give you your flowers today. Because you have consistently on every single platform, you are consistent with creating content, but you're also consistent in getting the damn numbers. 24 million with the Jeff Bezos, 2.5 with what's that, Biden, or who was that? The saddest day in America.
Yeah,
You gotta have Marjorie Green. You gotta have Marjorie. you in DC, you gotta get Marjorie.
yeah.
And even when the presidential what do you call it? Not parade. I was gonna
Motorcade,
say
motorcade.
motorcade. Thank you. Comes by. You got that video. You took a trip to Italy and you saw something happen, and you just said, let me take my phone out." Like you said, if I had positioned myself this way, if I'd done that, yeah, you could have probably maybe it got another million, but you're already, you're approaching 1 million on that one life happening in front of you, the camera moment that you couldn't have imagined. You didn't go, prepared. Let me
Right.
go to this area, and your cops are kicking people out. I'm gonna shoot the video. It's interesting because I think a lot of times creators think that they have to do that. They have to have everything planned out. It can't be in the moment. And I've seen so many in the moments. We talked about this maybe a month ago. The young lady who was walking down the street doing a live, and the unhoused person came up to her and asked her for a cup of tea, and then she went on to raise $400,000.
Right.
Like change this guy's life. That was in the moment.
The moment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times people who are getting started in creating content, they're not really in the place where they feel like they're ready to create content. That's when you start creating content. When you're not ready and you're unsure, that's when the magic happens.
Yeah.
When you're ready and you're sure and everything is perfect, like right now I got to shoot 2 unboxing videos, and in my brain, while we're having this conversation, I'm still thinking about, like, do I do the left side of the couch or the right side of the couch? And,
It's so funny. I got an unboxing video too. And I haven't. This has been sitting on the damn table for
we're gonna do both tonight. We're gonna do both of them right after this, and we're gonna put them up today by 3:00, and we be done.
Yeah, I'm definitely do, because I was been supposed to done it for these people, so.
Yeah, I just got mine delivery. I will say I just got one this afternoon, so I just got the delivery. But I didn't want, like you said, I don't want to hold on to it. And I told them as soon as I get it, I'm shooting the video. But going back to our regularly scheduled conversation, we're usually going to talk about what's happening on each platform. And I'm starting to see a pattern on these platforms, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Meta, whatever it is. I'm seeing this pattern, and I'm calling this the other AI. Aesthetics on per platform, little tiny details are what the platforms are focused on. They're not so much focused on, the larger, broader picture stuff. They're really focused on the small details. So aesthetics, intelligence, looking at how do I do little details the most aesthetically pleasing way that creates the right impact. And doing that, to me, is intelligence. It's something that your aesthetics and my aesthetics and 10G's aesthetics are completely different. But if you're focused on aesthetics, you're going to win. So for instance, Instagram is rolling out a new notify sticker for stories. Why is that important? Why is notifying someone, having a sticker on stories to say notify? Well, it's because this notify sticker will help people to see, oh, this is a new piece of content. This is not, and I'm always doing that. I don't know about you.
So how does that notify sticker work? You put it on your stories and you just, what? If they're on your stories, aren't they already there? I don't get it.
Once posted, anyone who sees it can easily turn notifications on by tapping the sticker.
Okay. So it's smart for later on ones. Okay, every time I post, or okay, like so now if I'm doing a raffle, just hit that notify sticker, and when I drop that raffle, you'll be one of the first things. Or if I'm putting you on the wait list for the first 10 people that I'm going to do, one-on-ones with, you'll be notified right away.
Yeah, and I would say it's funny that Matt had this on the Threads, by the way. I like this is from Threads, so it's like instead of a Medium blog, I can start seeing people. I think I'm gonna start. This makes, I didn't see this until I didn't realize it was on Threads just now. I saw it and I went to it. I was thinking, oh, this is Matt's blog post, but it's Medium. It's Threads. I haven't really been using Threads for a minute now. Occasionally, I probably go there once a month and I post something, or I repost somebody else's thread. But now this makes sense. Now I can see why I would use Threads almost on a daily basis, because you and I have these conversations that is just random thoughts. It's almost like how Alex Hormozi was talking about how you use Twitter. You know how he
Yeah.
started out. I think Threads replaces that. In that process that he has, I would use Threads versus Twitter, because Twitter is only for um, my peoples.
So yes,
Twitter is for going to battle.
you're talking
Yeah.
about using threads in a way of like ideas and then see what type of traction it gets on there, and then using that to make a video,
Well,
some type of
actually,
content around that.
I would say outside the entire world. So I'm not. So that's a good point about internally on Threads. I do have a good Thread community that follows me. I mean, Valerie Jarrett and I talk to each other through Threads. So like I'm like a big fan of any Black woman over 50 that's killing it. Like I'm a fanboy. So I find that I can get to high power people on Threads like that. The
Yeah,
way we used to be able to do that with Twitter, but to answer your question, no. I'm going to use Threads for the whole world. So I'm going to send people to my Threads. I'm going to change the domain name, like Aesthetics Matter. Like I don't have that, but if I had that, I would point it at my Threads. And so I would talk about aesthetics every day on Threads, like people used to do with Medium or like people used to do with Twitter. So it's for the world to go see. It is for people on Threads, but it's more I want to use it like a blog post, like blogger.com or like
right.
Medium. And I think Matt is using it that way too. A lot of the LinkedIn experts are over there also. A lot of LinkedIn experts are posting their content on Threads. But back to your question, the notify sticker that Instagram is doing, it's saying tap that bell and turn notifications on so your favorite content creator can be seen by you. So it's like what you said. If you had a contest, if you had this, if you had that, then that's where you would see it at.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and then again, like I said, I'm seeing aesthetics and aesthetic intelligence per platform really being used. So now Instagram and Facebook Reel are showing just watch and just seeing labels on videos, just like TikTok. So they're again, to me, the platforms for the most part are honing in on small details that help the user experience. There are some anomalies like this ish. We got to talk maybe next week about the voice notes phenomenon. Bro, I'm so upset at that. I am so pissed that all these platforms are starting to focus on voice notes as a thing, because
Right.
you text me or you call me. I don't need to listen to you tell me about something that it's not a podcast. I'm not in, everybody is not going, my voice, we talk a lot. So
Yeah.
like our voice, we want to, take our voice and, hold it. We don't want to use it, and not waste it, but that's why I have texting. But anywho, outside of the voice notes thing, every platform is really focused to me on details. So Instagram is also paying creators a cash bonus for is testing out, paying creators a cash bonus for come on, Business Insider. Can we live? Let's see. Nope, can't live. So I was trying to show the article that showed what they were saying about that, but they're going to start paying a cash bonus for posting engaging photos. Do you think this is because TikTok is focused now on photos?
Yeah, but what I don't get, it's not. I guess they. Oh, photos instead of reels. Okay.
Yes,
I
yes.
just
So it's
realized
going
that.
back to the remember how Instagram was. Instagram was all about the photos.
But this is the thing too. This is what they anytime they want to send something, I mean they want to change the way a platform. I don't it could be that they're focusing on what TikTok is doing with TikTok's coming out with their own photo app now. But they're taking a note out of TikTok's book in the sense of what they did. Like say I'm in the creator program over there. What they did in a way to incentivize people to post more longer videos, they started saying only the ones that get paid now or minute and over. So what does it do? It start making us who are in those programs to get paid. We're just not doing short videos anymore. We're doing 1 minute videos, and that's the only way we're going to get paid. So we start pushing out 1 minute videos. So they're seeing. So Instagram wants people to start posting photos again instead of just reels. So they're realizing if they incentivize people and tell them we're going to pay you for engagement, you're going to start posting regular photos now. So they're trying to get it back to a lot more photos as well, and not just reels. That's what I think.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Because that's any way you want to make a shift. Like, cause just think about it. If TikTok would have never told people the only way we're going to pay you, and we're going to pay you a nice piece of chunk of money for all
Right.
your videos that are a minute over. So instead of making those short videos, everybody else started making 1 minute videos, because it's like,
Right.
why am I posting these 15-second clips and I'm not getting paid for it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and this is the thing, I think that Instagram is starting to feel the fire. I mean, they've been feeling the fire from TikTok for a minute, but this right here is really coming for Instagram. A collections features for saved videos, like you do have with Instagram, and to make that collection public. I mean, I think that's pretty dope. Although I don't know that, like, and this is where it gets interesting, Tenji. I want to understand what you think about this, because I don't know that I go to TikTok for seeing. Okay, I do. There's one TikTok account I go and I binge on their content, in a sense that, like, in other words, I'm watching video after video, or I'm watching like July's, like the name of the account is I want to say like Black Line Dancing, and it's Black people who are doing line dancing, and I know in the summer they're outside doing the line dancing. So if it's a boring day or a bland day and I want to go and look at the summer, it would be easier for me to not have to scroll through, go swipe up. I could just go to like summer 2024, and like, oh yes, that's when everybody's wearing Daisy Duke shorts. So that's when everybody was outside line dancing. So I guess that is helpful. But what I was going to ask you, what I wanted to know, is that the more these platforms blend together, especially at their core, what I used TikTok for was short, funny, educational videos. The more that TikTok becomes YouTube, don't they stand a chance of really devaluing what the original?
Absolutely not, because this is the thing, Martin. You at where we're at right now in a fast-paced industry where everything is still brand new. You can't stay complacent. And this is what has elevated them, and this is why they continue every month and every week. They're coming out with something new and adding it on. And what you start doing is you start bringing in more people. You just remember, we're just getting over them. All of a sudden, they got TikTok Shop. So now they're spending tons of money, and they're bringing in a ton of money, and creators are making money from that. Then now they're going to do photos, and they're going to do something else. So, they don't want that blockbuster effect where you're winning, and then you just stay with what's winning, and you don't change, because you get left behind. And what happens is, and it's a good thing with all these platforms now, because they have to compete and they have to keep reinventing themselves and not stay complacent. So I like it that, each one, like TikTok has to keep up with YouTube, YouTube has to keep up with TikTok, Instagram has to jump in there and keep up with, they're following each other and they're one-upping each other. But it's just almost like, when you look at it, if Canon didn't have Nikon, both of them cameras wouldn't, keep doing new things and adding on new quality. But they'd be like, we own the market, so we don't have to, we don't have no competition. So we're gonna just feed our audience little by little. But now getting more people and creative people that have to work for the company as well, they just can't steal your attention anymore. They have to provide and add new things and make it more where creators can make money, people could get good content, and others learn different things when they go on these platforms. So I think it's a good thing that they're constantly, changing.
I got you. And speaking of change, shout out to sister friend who's a friend to the show. She says that she believes that she sends out quick voice notes over text, LinkedIn Messenger. People like, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind getting a quick note from her because I know she's going to be very to the point, and she is always, even on her social media, she's not, she's very detailed but specific at the same time. So I know if I got a note from her, or if I get a note from you, I know it's a rarity to get notes from people like you both. So that's different. But as a general rule, I'm not sending voice notes over any of these social media
Not yet. You will.
No, sir.
When you have no choice, you will. When you realize you can get more attention from it, whether you just do it. You got to think about it. Some voice notes, the way they intended to be, is you put it out and then you send it, and more people listen to it, and then it just whatever you're talking about, and it gets engagement, and then people tally on to it and actually keep the conversation going. That's I don't really use it, but I'm sure at some point I'm going to start using it or have to use it if it's the way that's going to attract attention. And as more people start understanding how to use it, and when like creatives start doing things, sometimes they mean it a certain way, and then someone else does it totally different and switches it up. Yes. And then all of a sudden 100%. That can be real powerful.
100%. I totally agree with that. I can close a deal on a voice note, but that's what I'm saying. It's a real specific, what they're trying to do per platform to me is get us all to talk more on these platforms so they grab our voices and for AI voice usage. That's what I believe. I'm just saying, they're trying to steal our voices. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Conspiracy.
Shout out to Rest in Power, DMX. Boy, I miss DMX, man. Yeah, I was listening to 90. Quick side note. I was listening to. We had a daughter. I think it's. I want to say Trolls new movie. No, she's 2.5.
I thought she was going to say she was listening to DMX.
Well, not quite, but almost. The thing is, like, when you listen to their songs that they have in that movie, we went back to the original songs, and we just played the original songs from Brandy, for whoever it was that they took the songs to put in the movie. Yo, she was rocking out. She was rocking back and forth. I was like, oh, okay. I got 90s baby.
Where my dogs at?
I was like, they should shoot the video. So we created a playlist on YouTube of the original songs that Trolls based their songs on, and we're gonna shoot a video of her, Miss Zora, rocking out. But yeah, that sent me down a rabbit hole of going back to Beyonce, and shout out to Mrs. Carter / Beyonce for being on the top Billboard in country music the second week in a row. And we're going to discuss that in our podcast that we release on Friday.
You know what? Remind me too. I just thought about that because I know we're going to do it on the podcast. With the I forgot. I got some video and some photos of Beyonce's Billboard in Italy. So they're promoting it because when you think about it, normally, traditionally, country music, they don't promote it outside of the country.
Right. Correct. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what? I would say they do in They do in UK, because UK, they love
country music.
Yes.
They got country music in UK. Okay.
Yes. You know what's crazy is that particularly in like Wales, or like not London proper, we'll say. I don't know. Maybe it's London proper also. But I'm a big UK international TV head. So a lot of my Brit shows, they have some type of event with a country line dancing in the season. So somebody went to a country dance contest. Somebody was playing country music. I was like, what? So I started researching, and I guess it's like like how we may like London accents. They like country music. I don't know. But I don't know what that is. But I guess it's like it's really quiet in the countryside, so it's boring. Yeah. I guess it's boring every country place there, So that country music, speaks to the soul. But yes, going back to the 90s music thing, I think that we have a work to do, bro, with getting these kids to really, they have no clue of what we had in the 90s. I don't think. And we need to get those playlists going, popping, to get these kids to know, Nas, you got 24 hours to live, it's all this stuff. It's all this great music from the 90s that we don't play anymore. We need to play. Anywho, did want to talk about this one thing about LinkedIn and new ad formats, including live event ads. I think LinkedIn is doing some interesting things in general. And shout out to Matt again for posting on his threads all the time. Which I just realized it was threads. I don't know why I thought it was a Medium. But anyway, they are allowing advertisers to promote their live events before, after, and during. And I see now why we have this video button at the bottom of the app. That hasn't rolled out to the whole app yet, but it will on LinkedIn, is because if you click on the video app in the feed, bro, every 3 or 4 videos, it's another sponsored ad.
Oh wow!
So it's like, you're watching. I don't want to say television, because television actually is not for like 7 minutes. You can see content before you run. It's not every 7 videos. It feels like every 3rd or 4th video. It's another. But the sponsored ads currently are stuff I'm actually interested in, or
So
stuff that
you have to have the video app feed to see videos on LinkedIn.
To see what they're doing right now in an automatic play. Like, in other words, you click on the button on the video at the bottom of the app, and it just feeds you video. It's just a continuous feed of video. The first 2 days,
that's your feed will be just videos.
Right. All you would see is videos. You just, you basically like TikTok, or Instagram. Which one does it that where you just keep going up? I think it's YouTube. When I'm on YouTube Shorts, I'm automatically fed. I'm not having to click on another short, click on another short, click on another short. It's automatically going to another screen. All right. Final and last thing I did want to discuss was Target. Target has something again with this other AI feed. I guess we'll say we're entering in the era of the other AI. And what I mean by that is that aesthetics intelligence. And so Target has a new character similar to Geico guy, or Can You Hear Me Now, or anybody else that has ever done a mascot. There are aesthetics to that mascot that makes it work, that makes people feel like, yo, this is going to go viral, or this is something that I'm aligned with. I'm trying to make sure I had audio on. Okay, cool.
Like
so
this is the progressive girl.
Right. Or liberty. It's aesthetic that makes you remember the ad. So this is the new Target mascot.
Is back for her role as the Target lady. Target has launched new ads with the theme. Subscribe to Blux after watching. You have to.
Yeah.
Here are the ads. Credit. Target.
You gonna use your Target circle today? Can I? Like a little extra. Peanut butter. You want to know something weird I do with peanut butter?
No.
I like to put it with 2 pieces of bread and jelly.
That's not weird.
But I put the bread in the middle. It's not messy because I wear gloves.
Second ad here. Have you pressed the subscribe button yet?
Bro, this chick is like, but the first commercial, I thought this was the first one. The very first one is her waking up at home, and everything in her house is either red, white, or in a circle. What's her hairstyle? It's in the circle. Like the aesthetics, we're entering a whole new, to me, era of drilling down into details. And all these brands, hey, I mean, I'm a fan of, and the reason why I'm saying the circle is because what's Target doing now? Circle 360.
Right.
That's their new membership brand. And so their new membership stuff is really around getting people to pay them, same way we do with Walmart Plus, or what do you call the other one? Instacart. But I think that's really interesting, and I want to just get your feedback on it.
Well, I'm to be honest, I'm actually surprised they went with a live mascot, because it's risky with big companies when you go with a live mascot, or somebody that represents your brand. Like you look at Subway, what happened with the guy Jared.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, especially now as we're entering, so much stuff with AI, where I would have thought they probably had an AI, avatar or something like that, and did all the same things. But they actually went with a live person, which is, I like that they did that, but I'm kind of surprised, and it is risky, because you have to think about it with person. You got to pay them, you got to worry about the demands, the attitudes,
Right.
and shutting up late. It's just like that. I want to do the Geico commercial and have a lizard, and not have to, get any feedback on stuff and worry about if he's gonna get caught up in any drama. But
Right.
I guess they going with the traditional way of doing things. So I'm sure they tested with millions of dollars behind it. Should we go with an avatar, or when they put out products like this, or when they make a big change on something like this goes through so much. I know before, when we used to do things, and when the movie used to come out with marketing, people don't realize they would have tested that movie for like 4 different times with a different beginning. And then what happens, they would take that same big movie and go to a movie theater on the West Coast or in the Midwest, and just get people for free to come in there, and then give reasons, as far as, was the beginning good, was the end good, and this would determine what part of the movie stays in there. So when doing something like this, I'm sure they figured out a live person was best, a woman that's funny, and it's going to get a lot of attention, because now I want to see what did she say, something about bucks or whatever, bulk. So
no, that was just the YouTube channel that I couldn't. What's funny about these brands, something that brand, it's $1 million idea, so I'm hesitant to say it publicly, but.
No, I thought she was saying something when she was telling people when they check out.
Yeah.
Did you go and check this?
No, that was the YouTube channel advertising over, doing the mouth over.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. But one little side note: when you're looking for commercials that you just seen, these brands are stupid. They don't put the commercials in their actual YouTube channel. That's like so much traffic that they could get, that I got to go to Bucks, BULUX, to find a Target commercial. I can't find a Target commercial on Target's YouTube channel.
Right.
Anyway,
yeah.
When you said that, it made me think about this one point that I didn't bring up that I thought was huge, actually, about surveys. We all know, if we are on TikTok, we can't stand the TikTok shop post. But apparently, a new survey, people either lied or maybe you and I are in the minority. I don't know. But and I'm not speaking for you, because actually this is Martin saying, it's not 10G, it's part of TikTok. Yeah. Martin is saying, I can't stand the shopping posts. But apparently, one, TikTok's not going to stop putting up shopping posts. And they say that 97% of the respondents who noticed a change said they continue to use TikTok at the same speed, or didn't stop using TikTok because of the amount of TikTok shop ads. So they're not going to pull it back. People don't care that they're seeing it. And, but I know that people I talk to are not happy.
But now that you get used to it, it gets, just think about it before you had a clean feed. Right. So you didn't have to. Now it's like you automatically see the ad, you just scroll by it or whatever, so it's just, so you start getting used to it. In the beginning, it annoys you. Then it's like, oh, no problem. This shit is free. I'm just going to still do it this way, So it just becomes, and then, you're going to get people that still click on them, especially if the ad is good enough to get people to stop you from scrolling and see, what it is they're, in that TikTok shop. Because did you see the money that TikTok shop has made? Insane.
Bro, it's insane. We got to definitely do a monetization show next week also. Yeah, we got to come up, because first quarter numbers are in. So Shout out to everybody watching.
You know what too? Go to your
What's
when you get off, look at your Amazon. Go on your Amazon and notice how Amazon now, how they've changed their where they place their videos in there now, and they got it where they want you to start looking at videos on there.
They're feeling the heat. They're feeling the heat.
They seen it, or they see how effective it was for TikTok.
Because people are going to Amazon buying a product because Amazon delivers in 2 days, and they're going and taking that product they bought from Amazon and going over to sell it on TikTok. It's so funny. Shout out to all our creators out there. And then next week, I definitely want to talk about Intro. I think intro.co is going to be the future. If you're not on intro.co and you're a CEO, I don't know what you're doing. So we'll be back Friday with our podcast with our sister Queen Sharice. So look at this area here on LinkedIn for Content Kings and Queen. Our new podcast will be there on Friday, and then Monday we'll be back with our regularly scheduled morning traffic report. All right, bro. I'll talk to you on the other side, man. Peace and love.
All right.